Hello, hello, hey, sweet people, and welcome to another episode of Inglês no Rádio. My name is Foster. I'm an English teacher. I'm here with...
Alexia.
And who are you?
I'm the guinea pig.
You're the guinea pig.
Your girlfriend.
You are many, many things. But today, and normally on the show, you are our language learning guinea pig. So Alexia, today on the show, we are bringing back something that we have done a few times before.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times already? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. We've recorded almost 500 episodes now, so I really don't remember what we have and have not done. But today we are doing something that we have done before in the past, and that is essentially stealing ideas from other language teachers.
I don't call it stealing,
But
it's like sharing and dividing opinions and...
sharing, expanding. Yeah, it's a lot of things, but we are taking ideas from a very famous language teacher on the internet. His name is Olly Richards. He is British, so Olly Richards. He runs a website called iwillteachyoualanguage.com.
We are going to leave here on the show notes, so don't worry.
Yes, and he has this thing that he does called the Rules of Language Learning, where he talks about kind of rules that he's learned over the years, principles that will make language learning easier. And I think it's fun to talk about them and compare our experiences.
Yeah, of course. So, the first one. What's the name of the first one?
Okay, this is not the first one in Olly's order, but the first one we're talking about today is called Keep Language Learning Outside of the Home.
Yes, but when you were watching the video and you were understanding what he is explaining, he says that more or less that if you are in an international relationship, for example, like us, and one of the people in this relationship is learning, for example, Portuguese or English, they shouldn't be learning from his or her partner and should be learning outside of the house, outside of the relationship.
Yes. So that was a long, complicated way to say that essentially Olly is disagreeing with the very common advice. You hear this a lot, like, oh, if you really want to learn a language, get a girlfriend or get a boyfriend that speaks that language. And he is saying that that is not good advice for a lot of reasons, principally because it's really not fair for your partner also to be your language teacher. It can cause a lot of stress in your relationships, and that he suggests that you should learn languages just how everyone else does, using traditional ways that are not your partner. So how do you feel about this, Alexia? As someone... We are in a relationship, both linguistically and romantically. You're my language teacher. I'm your language teacher. What do you think about this?
I think that sometimes it can be very, very exhausting for both of us.
What?
No, like sometimes I just want to speak and don't want to be corrected. And the same with you when you are speaking in Portuguese.
No.
But I mean, we are in the business, right? We are in the business of languages.
We are in the business.
And for us, it's natural that we are correcting each other and explaining how you should do it better and things like that. So it's not that hard for us. But for people who are not in the same situation and they need... I don't know how to explain that, but I think that it can be really hard.
I agree. Do you want to hear my take on this?
Uh-huh.
I think it's a little bit different. So I think part of what makes our situation unique is the fact that I'm a language teacher, and it doesn't matter what you say, I'm going to correct you. That's just something we have to live with. You're going to correct me. It's part of our lives. We're different than other people in that respect. But I think one of the reasons it worked for us and continues to work is when we met each other, I think our levels of each language were very similar. So your English was probably much better than my Portuguese, but we were already at a level where we could both speak, have conversations in both languages. It really didn't matter what language we were talking, and I think that's why it worked.
Yes. If I could give an example, a very trashy example.
Sure, please.
So, earlier this year, I was here in the United States and I started to watch 90 Day Fiancé.
Okay. I don't know if this is something you need to admit publicly, but it's out there.
I don't care. I started to watch it because I was like, this is weird and this is very trashy and I just want to spend time right now watching TV. But I was watching a lot of international couples because that's how it works, the show works. Mm-hmm. And most of the people are trying to go to the United States and stay here, right? Brazilians, Italians, I don't remember.
Just Brazilians and Italians.
No. There were more. I don't remember.
Yeah, we got the point.
One of the Brazilian girls, she could speak the basic, but she couldn't she couldn't explain that much about what she wanted to say and express herself.
Right. She couldn't completely express herself in the way she would like to.
And her partner, the American guy, was trying as hard as he could to like, wait, what do you want to say here? Are you saying this? And she couldn't understand what he was saying and vice versa. And it was a huge mess. And I was like, oh my God. How is that even possible? She needs an English teacher. He can't continue doing that. And it's like it's going to be harder and harder. It's horrible the way that it is right now.
Yeah. So what did you learn from that experience? That in this case, you should keep language learning outside the home?
Yes, of course. And of course that the partner should help the way that he or she can. Like leaving post-its on the table saying table, chair, things like that, but not be the teacher itself.
Yeah. So I think with that example, two things come to mind. First, that's going to be a lot of work. If someone really only knows the basics, then they really need a language teacher. And that's going to cause a lot of stress on the relationship. It's not really going to be fair for the native speaker of the language because on top of being a partner, they also have to be a language teacher. That's super stressful. And also at that stage in the language learning process, there's a lot of things that just a normal native speaker would not be able to explain. Teaching someone a language is hard.
Of course it is.
So it really does require professional help in a lot of situations.
Yes, and me as a Portuguese teacher that I do it, right? I don't teach from zero. I teach only people who already know how to speak Portuguese and they only want a conversation class because it's so hard.
Right. Helping someone improve their conversation compared to helping someone really learn a language are totally different things. And I think one requires a language teacher. The other, a partner, could be sufficient.
Yeah, it's our case.
Yeah, so I think that we pretty much agree with Olly, but we also admit that we are kind of an exception to his rule.
Yeah, of course. But we made a business from it as well, so...
Yeah, so any advice for our listeners out there that might be in a relationship with an English speaker or any... recommendations to Olly?
I think that if you are in an international relationship and you guys already know how to communicate with each other, that's fine. Continue like that. I think it's working. But if you are in a relationship that it's not working as language situation, please seek help.
Yeah.
And this will improve your relationship 100%.
Right, yeah. Language teachers are like therapists.
Yes, I know
All
that.
my language teachers out there, you know what I'm talking about. So if you need help, get help. And I think that's it for today. What do you say?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, awesome. We will see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.